Rule 25. Sailing vessels underway and vessels under oars. A sailing vessel underway shall exhibit sidelights and sternlight. In a sailing vessel of less than 20 meters in length, the sidelights prescribed in paragraph A of this rule may be combined in one lantern carried at or near the top of the mast where they can best be seen. A sailing vessel underway may, in addition to the lights prescribed in paragraph A of this rule, exhibit at or near the top of the mast where they can best be seen, two all-round lights in a vertical line, the upper being red and the lower green. But these lights shall not be exhibited in conjunction with the combined lantern permitted by paragraph B of this rule. 25 continued, page 65. A sailing vessel of less than 7 meters in length shall, if practicable, exhibit the lights prescribed in paragraph A or B of this rule, but if she does not, she shall exhibit an all-round white light or have ready at hand an electric torch or lighted lantern showing a white light which shall be exhibited in sufficient time to prevent collision. A vessel under oars may exhibit the lights prescribed in this rule for sailing vessels, but if she does not, she shall exhibit an all-round white light or have ready at hand an electric torch or lighted lantern showing a white light which shall be exhibited in sufficient time to prevent collision. A vessel proceeding under sail, when also being propelled by machinery, shall exhibit forward where it can best be seen a conical shape apex down. A vessel of less than 12 meters in length is not required to exhibit this shape, but may do so. Let's back up and take a look at these on the board. So these are sailing vessels and vessels under oars. Sailing vessels and vessels under oars. Cool. So a sailing vessel that is greater than 20 meters, they need to have side lights and a stern light. So a red side light, green starboard side light, white stern light. If they are less than 20 meters long, they can take their side lights and stern light and combine them in one lantern and mount it at or near the top of the mast. So they get red, green, white. So we take care of all these side lights and stern light in one lantern. And then they say, these sailing vessels, in addition to side lights and a stern light, may mount at or near the top of the mast where it can best be seen, red over green. I'm a sailing machine. So two all-around lights in a vertical line, the top being red and the bottom green. Red over green, I'm a sailing machine. And that's in addition to their side lights and their stern light. These are at or near the top of the mast. However, you cannot take this red, green, and white combination light and run red over green. You start to get weird combinations that can get confusing. So you cannot take your combined lantern with your red, green, and white. You cannot run those in combination with red over green. I'm a sailing machine. And sailing vessels less than 7 meters. If you're less than 7 meters, you should really try to run side lights and a stern light. I would highly recommend that. But if this is not practicable, you can run just an all-around white light or just have an electric torch or lighted lantern that can be presented in sufficient time to avoid collision. And then this is same for a vessel under oars. Vessel under oars, a rowboat. So they really should, if it is at all practicable, have side lights and a stern light, but if they cannot, an electric torch or lighted lantern that can be presented in enough time to avoid collision. I would focus right in here. They need side lights and a stern light. Less than 20, they can also combine their side lights and stern light in one lantern, right? And mount it at or near the top of the mast. But you cannot mount this combined lantern and red over green on a sailing machine. That brings me to another point, which is sailing and under power. So if you're under sail and power, you get a day shape. We say thumbs down to sailboats under power. So yeah, conical shape, apex down if you're under sail and power. However, if you are less than 12 meters, you do not have to exhibit such a shape, but may do so. There we go. Now we covered it all. That's sailing vessels and vessels under oars.